What is up, guys? Marble Tyler here, and today we are talking about Halo Battle Royale. Now, first of all, I'm going to address some of the comments I got. I know some of you guys didn't watch the video because I took that video, the original one I did on Halo Battle Royale, on April Fool's Day when 343 made the joke. I made that video and I addressed it as if it were real until the very end. And I know some of you didn't watch it all the way because I have comments like this where, yes, I'm aware it was a joke. Okay? I pointed that out in the video. You didn't watch it. And I have comments like this, who I simply feel bad for. I know you're actually kind of excited for it. And I'm sorry, buddy. It's just not happening. But moving on, I want to talk about the potential, a Halo Battle Royale would actually have. Now, of course, do I want 343 to go out of their way to make this game? No. It'd be cool to see like a game mode or something, but obviously we know how Halo 5 went. I want a complete Halo 6. I don't want a Halo Battle Royale and then a half of Halo 6 done when it comes out kind of thing. I'm aware this is April Fool's joke. I know Battle Royale Halo game kind of doesn't make sense, but in a way it could. Obviously, lore-wise, we need to get away from multiplayer lore-based. If this game were to exist, it can't be in the lore. It just wouldn't make sense. I don't care if it's a simulation or what. Just get away from like the lore-based multiplayer. Like no one wants that. But here's the basics of a battle royale, and these are the rules the Halo would have to follow by. 100 player drop, and obviously it doesn't have to be 100, but the standard right now is kind of 100 players dropping. You scavenge loot, and the goal is to be the last man or team standing, depending on the game mode. Those are the basics. Now, there's some, really thinking about it, there's some ideas that would be really, really cool that Halo could apply from their own games and lore into a Battle Royale mode. Well, first of all, going down in ODST drop pods. So say you have, a frigate, you have the Amber Clad flying across the Halo ring, and you have to drop pod, and you get a little bit of wiggle room, because obviously you drop that kind of parachute thing, and you can kind of aim yourself. But you have to drop on the ring, and you have a limited time, just like you would in any other Battle Royale game. It's randomized what angle you're going at, all that stuff. Okay, that's a kind of a cool idea, being able to drop wherever you need in these drop pods. Another thing, Halo vehicles need to be in these game modes, and obviously Fortnite and PUBG are starting to implement these, like, fun game modes. Imagine a game mode where it's like there's a lot less in terms of weapons, but there's all kinds of vehicles, and it's a vehicle-intensive mode. Obviously, there'd be modes without vehicles. There could be modes with whatever. I mean, Halo has a lot of potential to implement fun modes or, different types of modes into this game. Obviously, rec weapons, leave them out of this. I'm sorry, but leave rec weapons out of this. Not power weapons. Power weapons, they can stay. Obviously, give them limited ammo. This game's probably going to be a little more fast-paced than, like, Fortnite or PUBG. You can still have power weapons. That's a staple in Halo. That just makes sense. Get the rec weapons out of here. No one wants the answer to completely obliterate everyone. It's like, oh, why did that person win that round? They picked up the Nordfang. They just one-shot everybody. No, that's dumb. Don't do that. Just, even if there's quote-unquote drops and weapon drops, don't put the rec weapons in there. Even that said, though, with the weapon drops, imagine seeing a Pelican just way over, just flying across the map, just like the plane would in PUBG when they have the loot crate drops. Imagine a Pelican just randomly flying over, with the weapon drops, and just, you get the 6 things dropping. Those are accurate sound effects, by the way. You get those 6 things dropping, and there's weapons and shields and overshields or invisibility or whatever, little buffs dropping in those. Another way to implement a really unique idea into Halo, style, quote unquote. And as I kind of mentioned earlier, let's see some different modes. So obviously PUBG and Fortnite have this like, hey, the game's gonna go like 20 minutes or so, unless you go to Tilted or prison or military base. Yeah, you're gonna get slaughtered. It'll probably be a short game, but Halo has an opportunity of one. It's not a third-person slow-moving action game. So let's get some shorter game modes. Maybe like one of the drops is on Silent Cartographer, like literally 2 scale Halo 1 Silent Cartographer. It's a pretty big map, but with 100 players on that map, the round will probably go pretty fast. And I think that'd be a really, really cool idea, especially once you implement, the underground base part of it with the Forerunners, the drop Pelicans, some of the island stuff. Yeah, that would be an absolutely fantastic map. Now let's get some larger portions. So, for example, from Halo 1. The Halo, second mission in Halo 1, I think it's just called Halo now that I think about it. where you just have that entire valley. Much larger map, be able to implement all kinds of different like loot spots and drops and all this other stuff. Maybe even expand upon it a little bit more. That'd be a longer game. That'd be awesome. Make a good variety. So it's like, I only got 10 minutes. I'm gonna hop into Silent Cartographer. Perfect. Oh, I'm going for like the 30-minute. I got this. I'm going for the Halo ring. Now the last idea I had, again, this is all hypothetical, so these are just kind of cool ideas. Halo has something that Fortnite and PUBG don't, which is spaceships. Now I know what you're thinking, like, okay, what about it? Like, I don't want to be flying around a spaceship. That's not what I'm getting at. I don't want to, be piloting ships across the map. What I'm thinking, imagine you spawn, and this will be random spawns or whatever. You couldn't ODST drop into these, or if you were, you have to, shoot your way into certain rooms or what. I don't know how it would work yet, but even if it's just random spawns as well as the random loot, imagine spawning on the Pillar of Autumn, massive, massive ship. Just to give you the scale size, in the very last mission of the game and the mall, you literally have 5 minutes of driving a Warthog from one end of the ship to the other. The ship's massive. Now you expand upon that. You build out the rooms, you build up the hallways, you build out one or two like Warthog run areas and some hangar bays and all kinds of stuff. Instead of having just a circle, you have what is essentially like a bubble. The bubble's shrinking. And as it shrinks, and as you're forced into a smaller area, part of the ship, that's still randomized, you can basically, if you look outside the circle, you can still go out there if you really need to. But basically, those rooms are on fire and exploded as if you're taking damage from outside the ship. So it's condensing you into certain areas. Now, obviously, you're going to have to build, floorways between upper levels and lower levels. But that's just something super cool that we don't see in Fortnite and PUBG, and I don't think we can ever see. It just wouldn't make sense. And then obviously I mentioned earlier, I don't want to be piloting the Pillar of Autumn, but with the hangar base, you could have Banshees or Hornets or whatever you need to, that maybe, you want to fly around the ship, just like on the island in PUBG where you can, hop in a boat and just kind of go around the island. It's kind of dangerous, there's no loot out there, but you can do it. Give people Banshees, so it's like, okay, I can go from this hangar bay to the next hangar bay, or there's no way I'm going to get through the hallway and it's covered down and suppressed anyways. I'm going to hop in this Banshee, maybe take a little bit of damage from the circle, or the bubble, in this case, and just fly to the next hangar bay. Something completely unique, something Halo would absolutely be able to do when no other one right now is able to do. Those are just some ideas I had. Obviously, I really don't want this game to be made by 343, because I want Halo 6, I don't want to see some Battle Royale minigame, but if they were to hire someone else to do it, or if 343 just implemented this as a game mode, it'd be really cool, honestly. I don't think I want a full game. I don't want to pay $4 a month for it on top of that, but it was going to be free, and this has been Marble Tyler on STG. Stay tuned, we cover all kinds of hypothetical situations. We have Sunday top 10s going right now. I'll see you guys in the game.